Okay, whenever.
You're ready?
Yep, I think so.
All right, we're gonna call this meeting to order. Let's do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Because this is a special meeting, we don't have minutes or claims, just so you know. So. Committee report. So we did have an executive meeting just a little bit ago. Unfinished business. It comes to the matter of discipline of town employees.
I make a motion to suspend Billy Hammond due to allegations of infractions of personnel policies with pay pending the hearing effective immediately.
And that hearing is on Wednesday. Okay. So I have a motion on the table to suspend Billy Hammond effective immediately based on allegations of an infraction. And there will be a hearing for her to defend herself on Wednesday. Do I have a second?
I second.
Byron Jenny made the motion. Byron seconded. We'll have a roll call vote. Jenny? Aye, or say yes or no?
Yes.
Bill or Jimmy? Jimmy is no. Floyd is yes.
Yes.
Byron is yes. And Brenda is yes. So Billy is suspended with pay until further notice.
Just for the record, that executive session will be held at 9 a.m. on
The
Wednesday.
executive session is on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And then we have another disciplinary action of another employee.
Well, I make the motion to suspend Chris due to allegations of a major infraction, but is suspended with pay until the executive meeting on Wednesday at 9 a.m. His will be at 9:30?
Yes.
Okay.
Billy's is at 9, his is at 9:30. So I have a motion on the table to suspend Chris Jack effective immediately based on allegations. I need a second.
I'll second.
And Floyd seconds it. All in favor? Jenny, roll call. Jenny, no. Floyd?
Yes.
Byron, yes. Brenda, yes. All right. New business. Employment. We need to discuss the employment of hiring an office manager. So,
I make a motion actually to hire Jessica as office manager to oversee and fix the building issues.
full-time, 40 hours.
Yes.
So we have a motion on the table to hire Jessica Fugit as the office manager of 40 hours a week. We have a first motion. I need a second motion. Byron seconds that motion. Roll call vote. Jenny?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Floyd?
Yes.
Byron? And Brenda, yes. We have a resolution that everybody has in front of them. We need a motion to adopt this resolution. This is an emergency resolution regarding the town of Redkey, Indiana utility billing and finance operation. I need a motion to adopt this resolution.
I make a motion to adopt it.
So there's a motion on the table to adopt resolution number 2025-2. Giving you some time regarding the emergency resolution regarding the town of Redkey, Indiana utility billing and financial operations. You can look at that. So I need a second. Floyd will second it. Roll call vote. Jenny?
Yes.
Jimmy? Jimmy says no. Floyd?
Yes.
Yes. Byron? Yes. Brenda? Yes. So that motion is passed. And we would like to welcome Pete from Civitas Strategies, and I want you guys, this is the meeting that I had, what's that? That's the meeting that I told you guys we were gonna have at Mara's office after the last meeting, and he's gonna be able to explain to you and answer your questions about what he can offer our town hall.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, I should say. So,
Thank you.
I think I got enough. I hope I have enough.
And I
No, I'm gonna take it back. I'll let you have it when it's all said and done.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you another card, but after that,
Okay.
I'll get you one. I promise. How's that?
Here, wait, I've got two.
No, there we go. See? I knew I'd count them out right when it's all said and done. So, good evening. My name is Pete Olson. I am with Civitas Strategies. Just a real quick background, a little bit about myself and our firm. Personally, I've spent the last 25 years in municipal management and then most recently in local government consulting. I grew up in western Kansas and then decided for some reason that I wanted to make a move here and stay in the Midwest, and move into central Indiana, and so spent 4 years or 2.5 years in Union City, and then about 16 years in Yorktown. 13 years as the town manager, 3 years as the deputy town manager, and after spending those 13 years as the town manager, I decided it was time to try something different. So moved to the Veritas Group. We recently have gone through some rebranding, and that's why you now see us called Citas. That is our economic development name. We have 2 other companies underneath us. We have our engineering department, which is called Inventium, and then we have our owner's technical representative team, who is made up of some architects, some project managers, landscape architects who can go out and they work on building projects and some other growth projects for towns and municipalities, helping make sure that those projects are constructed right, and they're called Veritas Advisors. So that's a recent development, or you'd have seen Veritas was the name originally. So I was lucky enough to work with Veritas when I was in Yorktown, and that's how I ultimately ended up working with them. But my real background and how I think I ultimately ended up here was I was lucky enough to work with Mara. While I was in Yorktown, she joined us as the town attorney there, and we've kept a relationship there, and I'm actually now working with her as I'm working on the Main Street Mile project up in Upland, and she is also the town attorney there. So we've had a relationship going and everything else. And one day she said, "Hey Pete, you ought to come in, talk to me a little bit about the town of Redkey. You all are going through some changes, and I think there's an opportunity to maybe look at some opportunities that you all are going through with some change and everything else. You need a little bit of guidance in what's going on there. Maybe there's an opportunity to come in and utilize your team in helping grow and see how some professional management would help in putting a direction forward for the community." So our team focuses on how we can help communities move forward in a professional manner, whether it's through economic development, professional management, just general municipal management, whether that's putting ordinances together, helping with putting grant applications together, looking at how personnel management works, how general meeting management should go. And so utilizing our professional background, our data analytics, our strategic planning opportunities go. And so after meeting with Brenda and Mara, I went back and I took the opportunity to kind of just sit back and think about how our team could help. And that's what I ultimately put together this proposal. So we put the proposal together, and what I've done is I've laid out what I think should be a comprehensive look for the next year of a municipal management, a part-time municipal manager opportunity where our team would come in and we would be available on call for a month for a little bit better than about 40 hours a month. You would have resources for not just myself, but our entire team. That would include Jack Woods, who's the other half of the other director in our group. Sarah Froderman, who's our project manager. She comes from Okra. She actually was part of the Okra team, and we stole her away here after the first of the year. Cody Leach, who is a recent Butler graduate. He's been with our team for about 2 years. Does a lot of our data analytics stuff. So that's our community and economic development team. But then you would also have some resources to our engineering team, and then also our project management team, or our owner's rep team. You would have some access to them. But we would come in and we would help you start with looking at how your operations work from the town management side. With some municipal management, we'd like to help you kind of get on board, look at the projects that you have going on, how we can help put your community back, not necessarily back, but how we can help you move forward, whether that's working with your utility department, your marshal's department, your clerk treasurer's department, your utility billing department, how you as a council are doing your general governing department, whether that's town meetings, getting them so that they're operating in an efficient manner, because there's actually an art to how council meetings are run. So those types of things. I actually would come over, myself primarily would come over and actually attend your council meetings and help you run those. If I'm not available, either Sarah or Cody would attend those meetings in my place, and then just working with you and making sure that those meetings are running efficiently, and then whether there's some grant opportunities, possibly looking at your parks master plan, helping you get those set up. So if there's opportunities for grants to get that set up. I know zoning is something that is high on your list, because that is a project that we're looking at. That is something that we're actually going to be helping the town of Upland get started. So that's something that is in our wheelhouse that we can help you with. So those are the kinds of projects that are in our wheelhouse that we would be able to help you with. And just those are the kinds of things that our team has under our belt, we do on a daily basis and are able to look for. So we put that under just a general retainer. That's something we didn't necessarily just want to put on an hourly basis. Instead, we put that on a general retainer for $4,500 a month. You would have access to everybody on our team, and then we would show you what we're doing for you in an itemized bill, let you know if we did have a project that would go over, or we thought that was too big of a project, we would actually sit down with you, let you know, we would iron that out beforehand so that we could get that taken care of. But the general governance part of this, we would actually be here. Part of that, be here available for voice calls, Zoom calls, and those types of items on a regular basis.
How can your service help the clerk treasurer with learning how to do bank reconciliations and learning how to do budgets and learning what is due in January, February, March, blah, blah, blah?
So those are just items that we'll get a hold of the state statute, and we'll just start working down what are the requirements that need to get taken care of. Reconciliations will work with what is required. Reconciliations are the math part of it, so we'll just work through doing the reconciliations. We are not accounting people. We may have to actually engage in accounting firms or do those. There are requirements that are outside of us. We are not financial advisors, so we cannot actually do those things, but we can help them partner with the appropriate people. We could put an RFP together and actually engage in soliciting, because there are a number of firms out there that do that. We have partnerships with multiple firms that do that, and if the clerk treasurer needs to select those, we can help them select who they are, and we can advertise that so that they know who they are working with, what kind of costs that they're going to be looking at to deal with those kinds of things.
What about fire department? What can you do to help with the fire department?
So for fire departments, there may be grants that are out there. We can look at how they are strategically, primarily probably grants is probably the best way that we can work with them, because Okra is always putting out, whether it's grants from that fashion, or depending on what else they need, we can take a strategic look and how they're working with them. They may also be looking at staffing, so we can help maybe put some social media posts together to try and help the community understand what they need from a staffing perspective, and maybe get people to try and volunteer a little bit more from that standpoint. We have some contacts with social media folks to help do that. And then again, we bring some of those resources and knowledge of those people that can help us understand those things. I won't tell you that we do everything, but we have a number of the contacts and people that we can work with to help bring those types of things that will help you understand those types of things. And that is a lot of what town management is. Not everything, I won't tell you that I or our team is the people that will do it all, but we will help you understand the people that you need to be communicating with, because they are the professionals that you need to be dealing with.
Everybody's asked questions, Jenny, if you have questions, or Jenny, or Floyd, or Byron,
So when you come in right off the bat, are you gonna like lay down a plan of attack, start with top priorities first?
I would tell you that I actually would want to sit with you all in a meeting. I would probably have Cody and myself, and probably even Sarah. The three of us would want to come in. We would want to sit down with you all for at least a couple of hours, and I would say, all right, let's make a list. What do you all see as the top 5 things? And let's put that list together, and let's figure out how we're going to attack those things. We do not want to come in here and dictate what you believe your community needs. We want you to tell us so that we know how we're going to attack this. We are driven by what you all believe needs to happen. We're not, this is not our community, right? As Mara will tell you, I left that job.
budgets. Can you help with budgets?
We absolutely can help with budgets. That is one of the fun
To teach
things.
us so we understand what
Absolutely,
a budget is about.
yes. We can teach you how budgets work. We can tell you where your cash flow is coming from, how you're going to, where it's coming from, and what you should be expending it on. That is one of the things that we can help you with. That is one of my strong suits. That I do feel good with. Sarah and Cody, both of them actually have a very good understanding of that as well.
Jenny, you got questions?
Yeah, can you lower the water bills?
I cannot lower the water bills, but I can tell you that if you
Can you
stop,
help us lower?
what's that?
Can you help us lower?
Can I?
I think that's a
Well, you can probably help us know where our money needs to be spent so that we can
Yes.
stop,
Yeah. Yeah.
expenditures so that we can possibly lower our water bills.
Right. I mean, I think, so the way that you start to attack water bills is one, you have to identify, do you have leakage, right? I mean, the first thing you have to do is, do you have leakage under the ground? And if so, then are you repairing them? Because if you can identify if you have leaks, then are you fixing that? That's the first thing that you're doing. Are you utilizing some of the most current technology? Unfortunately, to fix water bills, you probably are going to need to spend some money to help fix and stabilize that cost.
Bill appropriate.
We just spent $1 million on a smart meter. Is that going to help us down there?
It will in the long run. It absolutely will in the long run.
How long will it take?
It'll take a few years. It's not gonna, that is not a solution that happens overnight. But I will also tell you that those smart meters will help your residents much quicker, because once your utility billing department notices that somebody's, because that reads in a much quicker increment, they'll notice much quicker. So instead of waiting a month or a month and a half to identify that somebody has a leak, they're going to be able to identify it somewhere in the middle of the month. And so instead of somebody waiting 30 or 60 days, they'll be able to tell them that much quicker. And so somebody's going to be able to call a plumber in the middle of that, and they're going to be that much more appreciative. So from a customer service standpoint, that's a whole lot better from that for them.
And we should know within 72 hours if someone has a major leak or not.
Correct.
And then billing appropriately and taking the revenue in that we deserve for the water that's being given is another issue.
Yeah. Have you had a water audit done recently?
Well, we tried and we're still working on that.
Okay. So, and that, you know, the IFA that now requires that you do a water audit every other year. And that should identify if you're having massive leakage, and if you're having massive leakage, and And there's a couple of things that you need to be doing during that water audit that's going to tell you whether or not you're checking your master meters. So if your master meters are being checked appropriately and are updated, and those are big ticket items, right? So if you've got a bad master meter, that's the first thing that's going to need to get replaced. So again, these are big costs, and unfortunately you need to fix them, but then you start identifying downstream where your leaks are as soon as you can fix those. But that's part of the reason that the IFA wants to know that, is because they want to spend money fixing those problems. So this is why the IFA is forcing those water audits, and this is part of the program of what they're doing. This is what they want to spend money on. They want to conserve. Part of that is a conservancy program. They want to spend money on towns that are fixing their infrastructure, and they are trying to encourage
Or
that.
job security.
Well, we can all have that discussion. If we want to go to the bar here in 20 minutes, we
We're
can go to
asking him to already do his job before hiring.
Right. Yeah. And we can have the philosophical discussion. You and I we can absolutely agree that there is some of that going on. Yes. So.
Any further questions for
Let's go
Pete?
charges.
It says
Let's go charges.
So it's $4,500 a month, and you can terminate at any time.
Correct.
And we can either vote tonight, or you can take this home and think about it, and we can vote on Tuesday at our regular meeting. It's up to all of you guys what you decide. We can either table it till Tuesday or make a vote tonight. What do you choose? Okay.
This is a 12-month contract?
It is. It would be good for 12 months.
But it can be canceled at
It can
Tuesday.
be, yeah. If you don't like me after the first 3 months, I would hope you would give me a few months to prove ourselves.
We need the help.
Yeah, we do.
We need the help. I make a motion to accept it.
So I have a motion on the table. I don't have the contract. I thought I printed, I thought there, is this?
It's right here. You
Okay,
just hand it
all right,
out.
okay. So there's a motion on the table to hire
Civitas.
Civitas Strategies for help with our city building. And I need a second. And so Byron put the motion on the table, Jimmy seconded it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Jimmy's a no. Jimmy's a money miser.
We got plenty of money. You hit $3
Well,
million.
welcome aboard.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I hope by the time we're done, you can
You lower the
understand.
water bills, I appreciate it.
I'm good with it. Again, I hope by the time it's all said and done, you can look back and say it was worth it.
I'll get with you and we'll over.
Well, that was your motto for running, was to get the
That's
water.
I made a motion to give everybody free water and sewage and transfer, but couldn't get a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I would second it.
Well, I'll make it again then.
Okay,
Tuesday.
all right.
Make it again Tuesday. Come to the meeting.
I'll be there.
with
You be there too.
With the motion that we made for the disciplinary action for Chris to be on suspension, we need a motion to place an intermediate marshal.
Do you need interim?
An interim, yes, an
You
interim.
got me lost with that big word there.
Yeah, an interim.
Take it easy on.
Temporary, interim.
I make a motion for Alex.
So you make
Or
a,
we need a,
no, that's fine, you can.
okay,
You just put your motion on the table.
and put a motion on the table, make Alex temporary.
Interim marshal.
Pronounce that big word.
So there's a motion on the table to make Alex the interim marshal. I need a second. Lloyd?
Yeah.
Lloyd is seconding it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Jimmy's a no.
He's a no man tonight,
He
isn't he?
is. Is there anything else?
Yeah. And last but not least, we got to amend the salary ordinance.
Okay, all right.
The office manager position that you hired Jessica to needs to be added to your salary ordinance.
So we need to amend the salary ordinance and add the office manager's
It's
salary.
really
to
a
that.
change in title from office assistant to office manager. The dollar amounts are exactly the same.
Okay. So I need a motion to amend the salary ordinance Well, we have to do that a certain way.
You need a motion to introduce, a motion to
So,
suspend the rules.
I need a
and
motion to introduce, the change in the salary ordinance.
Make a motion.
So Byron makes the motion to amend the salary ordinance, or to introduce the salary ordinance, and I need a second. Jenny seconds the introduction of salary ordinance. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You, oh, thank you, thank you.
I wasn't even paying attention.
And
that
then
time.
now, how do I do the next one, please?
You need a motion to suspend the rules, and it does have to be unanimous or it fails.
I need a motion to suspend the rules to be able to do what we just voted aye on, which is to amend the salary ordinance. So,
Come on,
make the
Jenny.
motion, Jenny.
Make a motion.
You make,
I'll make a motion.
So Jenny makes the motion to suspend, and I need a second.
I say,
Jimmy will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any naysayers? Thank you, Jenny.
Now you can make a motion to approve, and it needs to pass by 2/3.
So now I need a motion to approve what you just voted on, to approve the change in the salary ordinance of the wording from office, or from office assistant to office manager. I need a motion to do
I
that.
make a motion.
Jimmy made a motion
Whoa.
to change the salary ordinance,
I got to second this one.
and Byron seconds it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any naysayers? Jimmy, I didn't hear you say aye. Okay. All right. Any other business on the table?
That's it for your special meeting. You made
All right, our special meeting is over. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Today's the 18th, right?
So, we can ask Pete,
You guys
are you still here?
Yes.
When does this start effective after we sign this today?
Immediately.
Sign it. We're gonna sign this and it starts effective today?